police make an arrest, what kind of force should officers use to keep control? The KSL investigators began asking that question last year when 3 Utahns died after officers held them face down on the ground.
The position is called prone restraint. And tonight, Daniela Rivera shows us how a year later, questions in multiple death investigations involving the tactic remain unanswered.
Stop. 1 year ago, police responded to a report of a man running in the street in his underwear. They found Nikon Brandon downtown, unarmed, then reaching for an officer's gun and struggling on the ground with Salt Lake City police kneeling on his back.
You want to sit up?
We can sit you up if you stop.
Brandon was held face down for more than 3.5 minutes.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Fast forward to today, his cause of death still not released. The investigation into how officers responded here still ongoing.
It's not as easy as somebody fired a gun and somebody got shot and got killed.
Salt Lake County District Attorney Sim Gill is investigating Brandon's death, and he doesn't have a deadline. He says cases involving prone restraint are complex.
It's, okay, what kind of force was used? What were the conditions? Were there pre-existing medical conditions that contributed to that?
The DA is also still investigating the death of Megan Mon, ruled a homicide by Utah's medical examiner. Mon was held prone by Salt Lake City police here in January 2022.
Please stop!
In another case, also ruled a homicide by the medical examiner, Gill did reach a decision.
Show me your hands!
Not to file charges against the officers involved. Sean Masters died after being held prone here in April 2022 by Murray police for just seconds.
Take a breather.
According to Gill's ruling, exertion from the foot chase, his severe heart disease, and meth in his system culminated in cardiac arrhythmia and death.
We want to educate people that this is a potentially dangerous position.
Cardiologist Alon Steinberg told us last year breathing hard, drug use, and violent struggles combined with the prone restraint raise the risk of death.
We try and minimize it as much as possible and put people in recovery position as quickly as possible.
Utah's Police Academy trains officers to do just that. And the Department of Public Safety told us cadets do now spend more time learning about prone restraint. But this information isn't new. This bulletin from the U.S. Department of Justice warned of the risks back in 1995. Yet almost 30 years later, these deaths keep happening. Gill believes officers could use more specific direction, like first restraining a person's lower body or applying pressure with their hands on the torso, but not their body weight.
Then we need to take some ownership and say, should we change our process?
Gill would not say when he anticipates rulings in Brandon or Mon's deaths. The Utah legislature banned police from using knee-on-neck chokeholds after the death of George Floyd in 2020. Gill said it would make sense for them to also set standards for the use of prone restraint, but no lawmakers have taken up the issue so far. Back to you.
Daniela, thank you. And this is a topic we will continue to follow. If you have a question about what is going on in your community, KSL is here to investigate. Call or email our KSL Investigators. The number is right there on your screen.